Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Look here, I got off pretty quick on that last episode. Let me tell you why. Like when you on these phones in here, right? You know, at the end of the phone call, it'll say you got 60 seconds left, right? And then it'll usually be somebody else standing there, right? And I didn't want that part of that last part of that message to get on that episode, right? So that's why I got off the phone real quick. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, what I'm going to have to do is when I get on there, as soon as I get on there, instead of talking a little bit and waiting and then saying, hit record, I'm going to have to start saying that off the top. Then I give them an episode out, and then I can call back home before somebody walks up on me. Because when they form a line in here and wanting the phone, you know what I'm saying, I try not to be disrespectful and get on up off the phone. Even though, you know what I'm saying, most people know that I'll be doing the show, they still have family members that they want to call to. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to hog the phone like that and just keep calling back to back to back. It's just disrespectful, right? So that's why I had to get on up off here on that episode, that last episode, part 2. But this is the next episode in there, right? And I want to continue to tell you about this brother, this former 9, that got found guilty or pled guilty to being a pole paymaster, but he tried to run and get away from his violation. The brother done checked in, y'all. The brother done checked in. He gone. And if you don't know what checking in, that means you go to the administration, you tell them your life is in danger and you want to be protected. And they're going to put you under protective custody. Simple as that. Simple as that. This brother had created this whole situation. Now he's going to run to the police and ask for some help. He got it. They don't concern themselves with does he deserve it and not deserve it. Is he a gang member, not a gang member? Their job, part of their responsibility is to make sure that you stay safe as best as they can. As best as they can. A lot of people manipulate that and use that, you know what I'm saying? But that's part of the thing that you got to go through when you come in here, right? So remember that, y'all. Those of you out there that want to get caught up in all kinds of old nonsense. The only thing they can do is put you in protective custody, but sometimes that ain't even safe for you, and I'm going to get into that too in this episode, right? But look here. Where we dropped off on that last episode suddenly was, you know what I'm saying, me and Boo chilling. You know what I'm saying? He done put the phone up, or so I thought. And that's what I'm finna get into, right? So sit back, relax, y'all, and enjoy the show. Now check me out, y'all. Look, y'all know in the last episode, right? I asked Boo to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that he put the phone up. He was like, yeah, everything's straight, Daddy, right? This my child. This my child. He said, yeah, I got the phone put up, everything good. Okay. I said, okay, that's what's up. Now, me and him, we in there chilling, you know what I'm saying, watching TV, talking a little bit, laughing, he ha-ha, and all this and that, right? You know, I'm older than him, so I get tired first. So I lay on down, I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Tell him I love him, I lean on back, I'm finna go to sleep, right? He on the top bunk. He chilling. He said, I'm gonna watch some TV, Dad. I said, okay. I'm laying down, I done fell out. Now, the police done come by, count and all that. And you know, after the count, the last count anyway, at night, before when they lock us down, they'll cut all the lights off in the pod. You know what I'm saying? Except for a couple where the officer's desk is. You know what I mean? But mainly it's dark in the pod. So now I'm really into sleep now. I'm gone. About 2 in the morning or so, I don't know what time it was, but it was still early, right? It wasn't too late or too close to time for us to get up. But I heard this, y'all. Look here, just what I heard. Check this out, y'all. I jump up. I'm spooked. Because I'm thinking, is my mind playing tricks on me? Or did I just hear a phone ring? I jump straight up. I don't even jump up and look at Boo. I jump up and I go straight to the door and I'm looking out. And I turn to him. I said, Boo, you hear that? And when I said that, I'm looking at him. Now check this out. Let me tell you what he doing. He laying in the bunk. He got the blanket pulled over his head. Now, he on the phone. How do I know he's on the phone? Because I can see the light from the phone shining from under the blanket. I look at him. Now, he's all the way under the blanket, so his toes is standing straight up at the end. I hit him on his foot. Boo! I thought you told me you put the phone up. I had to make a phone call, Daddy. I said, boy. I said, man, he look at, he just throw me off like I ain't even talking about nothing. He said, I had to make a phone call, Dad, and he laughing. He think it's funny. He said, them folks ain't coming about us. I said, you don't know that? So now, it's about 2, 3 in the morning, like I said. I can't sleep. He up there on the phone, texting or calling, talking to somebody. I don't know what he's doing, but he on the phone. Now, I'm standing on the door watching. I'm standing up on the door, and the toilet is right by the door, so I stand on the door for a while, then I sit down. I'm watching out for him. I'm supposed to be asleep. I got to get my rest, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Got to get my rest. He on the phone. Finally, like after about an hour, I get fed. I said, hey, man, come on up off that, man. He said, Daddy, you ain't going to be able to sleep anyway with it in here. You too nervous. He said, you done got shaken. All this and that. He said, you ain't built like that no more. I said, man, it ain't about being built like nothing. I said, I ain't finna be stupid. He said, oh, well, you just tripping. Man, I laid down in the bed. He was exactly right. I couldn't even go to sleep. I couldn't even go to sleep. Because now I'm thinking, man, look here. They come in here. And see, when you're dealing with me and Boo, we had that type of reputation in the penitentiary where they ain't going to let us take the charge for each other. Me take it for him take it for me. They're going to be like, oh, we finally got y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because they're assuming we doing everything together, which we were. You feel what I'm saying? So they going to use any opportunity to knock both of us upside our head. But he ain't thinking nothing about that. He want to talk on the phone or play on the phone. My child. You understand? But here we go. Look here. Check this out. The next morning comes. Now all the brothers, they come out. Me and Boo, we come out on the walk. Everybody talking. Man, what you think he going to do? What you think he going to do? Man, who knows what he's going to do? At the end of the day, he done checked in. Whatever he does, I mean, it's just, you got to be ready for it. So they got the yard crew. And the yard crew around here, they the ones that mow the yards and all this and that, right? So they mow in the back, too, behind the fence. You feel what I'm saying? So this brother was at the window. Now, he's at the window. He's knocking on the window. Get their attention, right? Knocking on the window. Man, let me holler at you. So the dudes on the yard crew, this is normal for them. They pass messages back and forth from people that's in the hole or people that's on PC, you know what I'm saying, to the people that's on the compound, right? So they asked him, what's up, man? What you trying to do? He said, man, tell brother and them, man, it's been a big misunderstanding. I'm going to be out, man, but tell them everything straight. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So he bring that message out there. Now he just confused everybody. What you mean a big misunderstanding? What's the misunderstanding? Either you checked in or you didn't. Now here's the kicker. One of the other brothers, he pushing up on this female police officer, right? Female corrections officer. So he asked her, he said, what's up with such and such? Why is he in the back? She said, he's under protective custody. So the brother said he asked her why. She was like, I don't know. She said, I don't know. So now we know he's under protective custody. And if they didn't force him to be under protective custody, because you got to keep in mind, all he did was walking up the hill. Now, they could have got him for out of place. But they're not going to put you under protective custody because you get found in another unit. See what I'm saying? He didn't even go in that unit. He went up that way, turned around, walked back down the street, walked back down we call the street the boulevard, walked back down the sidewalk, straight to the shift commander's office and checked in. That's by choice, not by force. That's what he did. But now he's trying to make it seem all mixed up and whatnot, you know. So now brothers are like, man, what we gonna do? I said, man, it ain't nothing you can do, man. Just gotta weather the storm and see what happens. All that old talking and stressing out for what? For what? Y'all know how this brother is. I said, I don't even know how he became the 9. Who gave it to him? Y'all the ones picked him. You know what I'm saying? You knew his history. The brother don't accept responsibility for nothing. He stay getting out of stuff. Start stuff and get right up out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, now he trying to confuse y'all again and trick you. Like he been tricking brothers all around the state. So guess what happened after 3-4 days? Here come the bus. Picked him up. Take him to another institution. Now check this out, y'all. When you are a gangster and you get transferred, and that's any gang member, get transferred from one institution to the next. When you get to that other institution, that receiving institution will write a letter back or call and say, what's up with this brother that we just got? Is he still in good standing? Is it anything that we need to know? Blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? That is how it normally happens, right? But check this out. This brother don't have nobody write, don't have nobody call or nothing. They don't say nothing. It's like he just disappeared. Where is he at? But here, look at here. That brother that was trying to talk to that young female. This is what he do. He said, where did he go? She checked and she told him. So brother then was like, does anybody have a number down there? Because all the brothers keep in touch with each other. And mostly at every institution, if brothers got phones, they got the phone numbers to the other brothers at those institutions. You feel what I'm saying? It don't mean they're cool. It's just that's how they keep in touch. So bro, the number two, which is now the number one, he gets a phone call. He calls down and makes a phone call down there. And he tells them what bro did. Now he's sitting down there. He's sitting down there and he's chilling. He's sitting down there and he's chilling and talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And telling them something bogus. You feel what I'm saying? Telling them something bogus. But here's the thing about that. Here's the problem with that. He down there telling them something bogus about the brothers on the compound that he just left. So now they don't know who to believe. Because the number one now, the 9 on the compound where I'm at, he's telling them what this brother did. Now again, like I said, this brother got a mouthpiece out this world. He can talk his way out of anything. He got them to believe that this brother and them other brothers down there done lied on him just to get his spot. And the reason it was believable because it happens. The reason that is believable because it happens. You do have brothers that cross other brothers out for the spot. Period, point blank. And those brothers at that institution that he went to, it is up to them to decide if they're going to deal with that past issue or not. They can say it's a dead issue because it was a past issue. You see what I'm saying? They can deem it something, look, we're not looking into that. Whatever y'all had going on there, you should have took care of that, and that's that on that. That don't mean that brother can go there and get a position or anything like that. They just might decide that they're not going to do anything about that. You feel me? And just leave it at that. And believe it or not, that happens a lot. And this brother was the master of it. He can go to another institution, and because of the nature of GD, everybody that's involved with the org knows that it's a lot of lying and manipulation and untrustworthiness going on. So it's hard to know what's true. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that lifestyle, everybody gets to pick their own facts. It's almost like you come from another place and this person can say that's fake news. And it'll stand if they got a good mouthpiece. And this brother, he had a good mouthpiece. But that is the type of individual that you're going to find yourself around if you want to be involved in that type of lifestyle. Somebody that you ultimately can't trust. And the thing about it, you won't know that until you find yourself in a situation where trust is necessary. And that's the most dangerous thing about, one of the most dangerous things about living that lifestyle. When you find out that it's bogus, when you find out that it's not good, when you find out you can't trust a person, it's usually too late. And it can cost you your life. It can cost you more of your freedom. And you have to be careful of that. Because if you're not careful of that, you can find yourself, you know what I'm saying, in court, like I said. Or your people can be getting a phone call saying it's all over but the shout. You know what I'm saying? And your mama got that phone call telling them to make preparations. That's what I'm saying. You have these brothers that there's one thing about, you know what I'm saying, when you become a gang member, you don't get to pick who your brothers and sisters are. Just like when you're born into a family, you don't get to pick, you know, like if your mom is pregnant, you don't get to pick whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. They come out. But one thing you can rely on is that that child is coming out of the same mother that birthed you. So a piece of her is going to be in that child, and a piece of you is going to be a part of that child. So there's a bond there. But when you're talking about gangsters or gang members, there is no bond like that. There's no genetic bond. There's no genetic bond. It's about an ideology. It's about a belief. It's about what somebody sat down and wrote on a piece of paper and said, this is how we're going to conduct our lives. We're going to believe this, this, and this, and not this, this, and this. And you don't get to decide what that is. So if the manipulation takes place to convince you that these rules are better than the rules and the morals that your family members instilled in you growing up. And you drink the Kool-Aid. Because once you drink the Kool-Aid, there it is, Jim Jones. Jim Jones. That's how that thing goes. And now let me get back to this brother though. This brother was able to manipulate his way onto that compound, didn't have to worry about being put in violation of them because they believed what he was saying. And whether they believed it or not, they didn't do anything. That's what I'm trying to get you to say. They didn't follow through on that. Why? Who knows? Nobody ever really found out. And from my understanding, to this day, he continues to do that. He continues to move from institution to institution, always leaving bad situations where he came from. And a lot of people know he's like it, but when he's in front of you, he's this dude until he's not that dude. Again, you don't get to pick who your brothers are or your sisters when it comes to the gang lifestyle. Remember that. Remember that, y'all. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.